What's up, guys? It's your boy Matt from RamseyVoice.com. Today we are talking about vocal control. So, what is vocal control, really? Well, we're going to get into that. Now, before we jump in today, guys, I wanted to tell you you're going to get 3 huge things out of watching today's video. Number 1, we're going to talk about what vocal control actually means, and we're going to break it down into step by step so that you know exactly how to improve your vocal control in your singing. Number 2, I'm going to give you 7, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fantastic exercises that if you follow step by step, you will improve your vocal control. And finally, I'm going to show you how to improve your vocal control in actually singing songs. So rather than just doing a bunch of exercises and improving your vocal control, let's do it where it actually matters, which is in your songs. Now, before we jump in today, guys, you know what you gotta do. You gotta smash that like button. You gotta comment with the next kind of video tutorial that you wanna see me do. You gotta subscribe and turn on notifications for this channel. And if you're interested in improving your singing voice, check out my complete singing course, Master Your Voice. Just click on the link in the description. Now, let's jump in and get started. Let me first start by saying that vocal control is the most confusing term in the world. And a lot of people are gonna watch this, they're gonna be like, well, I know what vocal control means. And if you do, let me know. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's just, vocal control could mean so many different things to so many different singers. Some singers think vocal control means learning to sing more in tune. Some of them think that it means learning to belt. Some of them think it means learning to riff and run, or to sing with vibrato, or to be able to hit high notes without falsetto. Whatever the case, vocal control is a catch-all term that basically refers to being able to have the control over your voice to be able to do any of the singing fundamentals and being able to apply those singing fundamentals to songs. That's the most important thing. In other words, singing fundamentals and singing exercises are fantastic, but if you can't do them in songs, who cares? No one. So what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna show you exactly how to improve your vocal control so that you master those fundamental basics that you need to learn in order to sing, all the way from the very beginning of learning to sing in tune, all the way to learning to balance your larynx a little bit more and apply that feeling to songs. And then I'll show you exactly how to do it in a song. Now, let's jump into the step-by-step guide of improving your vocal control. So the first step in learning to improve your vocal control is the ability to sing in tune. Now, I think that this is what people mean a lot of the time when they email me and they say, hey, I want to improve my vocal control on notes so that they're not flat. The word flat actually leads me to believe that what they mean by vocal control is learning to sing in tune. And learning to sing in tune just means being able to match what you hear in your ear with what actually comes out in your voice. In other words, I hear an E note, and I'm able to E or R, O, and I love you, whatever it happens to be, I'm able to match that note with my voice. Now, a lot of people that are just starting off aren't able to actually match pitch quite that well. So what they need to do is they need to work with some exercises to improve their pitch accuracy. So the first step in improving vocal control is improving your pitch. So I'm gonna just show you a very quick exercise to teach you how to do that. So it's going to be a 5-tone scale, and we're choosing a 5-tone scale because it's very simple. So it's just gonna be 5 notes up and 5 notes down. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna just do that on a count. So it's gonna be like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Guys, we can do that same thing. Let's get started down here on the C3 on bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just try to match the pitch with your voice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies, let's do the same thing. We're gonna start you right here on this G3. So it's gonna be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And when you're first starting to learn on improving your vocal control by singing more in tune, maybe consider recording yourself as you practice along with that and see if you can get your voice to match the notes that you're actually singing along with. So this is our first step in improving vocal control. Let's jump into the next step. All right, guys, the next step in improving your vocal control is learning to sing in your different vocal registers. In this particular case, we're talking about starting off by singing in chest voice. So step 2 is sing in chest voice. Chest voice, in case you're not familiar, is basically this term that refers to the vocal range of notes at the bottom part of your voice. Old Italian teachers came up with this term as a way of referring to the bottom notes because when they sang low notes, if you can place your hand on your chest for a second and go, you'll feel a vibration against your hand. So they felt it kind of in their chest, which is why they called it chest voice. These days, all you really need to know about chest voice is just how much the vocal cords are closing. If the vocal cords are closing completely and thickly in a thick pattern, then you're going to get a nice, rich sound. The opposite of singing in chest voice is singing without chest voice, or singing with too much head voice, even in your chest register. So a lot of beginning singers that are working on their vocal control, they can sing in tune, they can, but there's no chest voice. So there's no richness to the sound. And instead, we want we want that fuller, richer sound. So the second step in improving your vocal control is singing in your chest voice, which is going to help you improve your vocal control. Now, the exercise that I'm going to show you, again, is going to use that same 5-tone scale that we just worked on in the singing in pitch section. So the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But this time, we're actually going to do it on more of a chesty exercise. So we'll do that on a gug, like you're saying the word gut, but with a G at the end. So in my voice, it'd be kind of like a gug, 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 gug. And why do I choose gug? Because it's really chesty. It's going to really promote a lot of thickness in the vocal cords. So guys, let's get started down here on the C3 again. So it'll be like a gug, 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 gug. Gug, 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 gug. Gug, 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 gug. Notice on none of those did I and go super breathy on them. Instead, I just kept it really, really strong. Ladies, we're going to do the same thing for you, starting on the G3. So, gug, 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 gug. Gug, 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 gug. Gug, 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 gug. And again, making sure that all of them are staying nice and strong and rich and powerful. And that's going to help your vocal control so much. It's crazy. Now, let's jump into the next step. The next step in improving your vocal control is, as you might have guessed it, continuing our journey in singing through the different vocal registers. And this time we're going to be singing in head voice. Now, in the last section, we talked about singing in chest voice, the notes at the bottom part of your voice. What is head voice? Well, head voice, as you might have guessed, is the range of notes at the top part of your voice. Here's the problem. A lot of beginning singers will sing with too much chest voice. In other words, they'll be, I got another confession to make. It's just all chest voice. And they're pulling up their chest voice even on higher notes in their voice. The solution to that is singing with more head voice. So in order to improve your vocal control, you definitely want to learn to sing in some head voice. Now, here's the major catch with this. In learning to sing with head voice, you have to be willing to sound kind of silly for a little while. Because in the exercise that I'm going to give you today, we're just going to be basically letting in the top part of your voice, which a lot of people hate, which sounds like just falsetto. And in fact, it is at the very beginning. So if instead of, I got a nut, and just pushing up your chest voice, we're going to go for more of a wee kind of a feeling. And in this particular case, I'm going to work on an 1.5 octave arpeggio, where basically I'm playing from the bottom part of your voice all the way up to the high range or the head voice range of your voice and back on down. In the 1.5 octave scale, in case you haven't heard it, I've got it on a million videos on my channel, but it's just an 1.5 octave scale that goes kind of like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to do that exercise on a wee. And I choose wee because wee is so good at helping you get up into the top part of your voice, into that head voice. So what I want to really encourage you to do is, if you feel like you're struggling to hit higher notes, really let your voice kind of just go at the top. Even if it flips, even if it breaks, whatever you want to call it, just allow a little bit of that, and we're going to fix that as we continue today. So guys, we're going to start down here on the B flat. So it's going to be like a wee 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 wee. Now ladies, we're gonna do that same thing, but we're gonna be starting on the G again. So it's gonna be like a wee 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 wee. Wee 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 wee. Again, just letting it go. Wee 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 wee. So run wee 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 wee, and just pushing up to it instead of wee. I'm letting in that top part of my voice, and that's going to improve your vocal control dramatically. Let's jump into the next step. Now, the next step in improving your vocal control, and I cannot tell you how often I get emails and comments and texts and all this stuff about people wanting to learn how to do this. And one of the most fundamental aspects of learning to sing with more vocal control is combining the chest voice and the head voice registers together and singing in what we call a mixed voice. And so the next step in improving your vocal control is singing with mixed voice. Mixed voice is basically you're not just singing in chest voice, I got a nut, and you're not just singing in head voice, oh, won't you stay with me? Instead, I'm combining a little bit of the bottom part of my voice and a little bit of the top part of my voice, and I'm bringing them together. So for instance, you could think, oh, won't you stay with me? Notice how I'm not just pushing up to it, and I'm not oh, won't you stay with me? I'm combining both the bottom and the top parts of my voice together. Now, a lot of people get hung up on this, and I know it takes a little bit of time, but you will be so amazed at how your vocal control improves if you just try some very simple exercises. So I'm gonna show you one of my favorite exercises for helping you find your mixed voice right now. Now, guys, what we're gonna do is we're going to start on an octave repeat scale where we walk up and repeat the top note 4 times and then come back down. So rather than doing it on a 1, 2, 3, 1, or like a wee, 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 in this particular case, we're actually gonna do that on a neigh. Like you're just kind of like a bratty little kid going, neigh, 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 neigh. Guys, let's start here on the E4 on top. So neigh, 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 neigh. Nay, 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 nay. Nay, 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 nay. Notice at no point did I nay, 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 completely break, and I never nay, 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 nay. I didn't pull up my chest voice either. I just combined the two of them together. Ladies, let's start the same thing. I'm gonna start you on the B4 on top. So like a nay, 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 nay. Nay, 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 nay. Don't let it break. Nay, 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 nay. Just keep it ugly, and you'll be amazed at how that works. Now, let's get that straight, that is a very, very ugly sound, and I do not want you to sing on stage like that. However, it is really important to get started off with techniques like that that will help you start to blend the chest voice and the head voice together. Nice job. Let's jump into the next step. Now, the truth is that even though the nay, 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 nay is really good at helping you learn how to mix your chest voice and your head voice together, at a certain point, you'll probably notice that it doesn't sound very good, and your larynx in some parts of your throat may get a little bit tight. The solution to this is learning to gain some more vocal control in what your larynx and what your tongue are doing. In other words, rather than squeezing my larynx or pushing it very, very high anytime I sing up to a higher note, we want to allow those top notes to come in while keeping the larynx balanced. Now, one of my favorite exercises for helping you do that is a mum exercise. And mum is such a fantastic exercise for resting the larynx because that vowel is just so lazy. It's like I'm just waking up, and the first sound that I make is like there's no tension in it, as opposed to an e or an ah or an ah, where I'm changing things slightly in my mouth. The is the sound of the voice at rest, and the as in mum, is just giving me a little something to hold on to with my voice. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to start relaxing your larynx by singing across a scale that takes you from the bottom to the top part of your voice again. So we'll go back to our trusty 1.5 scale, and we'll sing it on mum, like you're saying the word mother. So in my voice, it'd be like a mum, 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 mum. Guys, join me here on B on the bottom. Mum, 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 mum. Now here. Ma 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 ma. Now, ladies, let's do that same thing. We're gonna start here on the G on the bottom again. So like go ma 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 ma. And again, if you hear it going and really squeezy, that's not the point. We want to keep that very relaxed, kind of yawny. Ma 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 ma. In this, one more. Ma 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 ma. Notice how much better sounding that is, and the nay 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 nay. And even though again, that nay is so good at helping you mix your bottom and your top notes together, it's not the end goal. The end goal is that we want to sound beautiful and even across your entire range. Now, let's jump into the next step. The next step in improving your vocal control is learning to sing with vocal effects. Now, when I say vocal effects, I'm not necessarily talking about a vocal fry or whistle register. Instead, I'm talking about, really, really balanced vocal effects like vibrato and crescendos and legato. And in case you're not familiar, vibrato is like that little wavering that you're on a note. A crescendo is when you start off light and you push into a volume. So, and that was a D crescendo at the end. And legato is when I'm singing smoothly across my entire range. So like an versus and having like consonants and stuff to split them up. In this particular case, I want to focus on vibrato because I believe that vibrato is one of the vocal techniques that can really make you feel like you've got such fantastic control over your voice and you can really do a whole lot with it. Now, vibrato is one of those funny vocal effects in your voice that can sometimes be a little bit difficult to get at first. At first, it's really, really good to just find it and kind of force your body to make it. And the way that we're going to do that today is we're going to just take our two fingers, place them about 2 inches above your belly button, 2 inches above your sternum or your breastbone right here, kind of right in the middle. And this area is called your solar plexus. The cool thing about your solar plexus is that it has direct control over your lungs and what your diaphragm is doing. And so what we're going to do is we're going to pulsate your solar plexus on one single note and just allow some vibrato to come in, even if you want to call it like a fake vibrato. It's better than just, I can't find it. Gosh, I can't find it. I'm freaking out because I can't find it. Nonsense. Just shake your solar plexus slightly. So what we'll do is, guys, we'll just sing like an E. So basically we're going up to a note, holding it, adding the fingers, and then shaking it and then coming back. So let's try it here, guys. E. And the more that you do that, the more that you can take away the fingers and you'll notice the vibrato is just there. Like an E. And it'll just be there. Ladies, let's do the same thing. I'm just gonna start you here on this A. So E. Don't be in a rush to take away the fingers just yet. Just make sure that you're really getting that E, even if it sounds like in your voice. That's a perfect place to get started. Let's jump into the last and final section of gaining more complete vocal control. The last section in achieving your perfect vocal control is to actually apply all the stuff that we've been doing to songs. And I know that sounds kind of silly because it's like, I've been doing all these exercises, I feel really great, but songs is where things get really, really tough. So if I'm trying to sing a song like, so darling, I will be loving you till we're 70, and I'm having a really hard time with that. So darling, things are getting tight, I'm pulling up my chest voice, or opposite, maybe I'm flipping into my head voice. So darling, I will be loving you till, and I'm just back and forth a whole lot. That's not what we want. Maybe you can do vocal exercises fantastically well, but if you can't do it in a song, then what's the point? So what I want to show you is to gain more vocal control by adding a vocal exercise in between the vocal exercises on the scales and the song. Now, one of the best ways to get started with that is to take the melody of the song that you're having a hard time with. In this case, like, so darling, I will be loving you till we're 70. Let's say that that's hard for you and you're just pulling up chest voice up onto that top note. Instead, just do it on an exercise that's working really well for you. In the case if you're using too much chest voice, we learned that using a wee 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 sound can be really helpful. So wee 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 wee, wee 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 wee, wee 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 wee, and all of a sudden I can start to sing that. Now translate that same feeling back into the song. So darling, I will be loving you till. Now this is harder than it sounds because your temptation is just to go back to singing it just the way that you were doing it before. But I really urge you, try to sing it just like it was in the exercise. Or to go for the opposite, let's say that you were flipping completely. So darling, I will be loving you till, and things are getting really light and really flippy up there. Well, we noticed that singing a bratty nay 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 can help you fix that flip a little bit more. So maybe you can nay 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 nay, and all of a sudden I'm not flipping anymore. And then I just translate that same feeling into the lyrics, maybe even a little bit bratty at first. So darling, I will be loving you till, and then I've got it. Guys, by this point, you've seen all of the steps in learning how to improve your vocal control. You learn to sing in tune. You learn to sing with chest voice. You learn to sing with head voice. You learn to sing with mixed voice. You learned how to sing without straining your larynx. You learned to sing with vocal effects like vibrato. And finally, you learned how to add that all into songs where it really counts. I think the key here is find the spot that was really giving you the most trouble and spend some time in there. If you're having a hard time singing in your head voice, work on some head voice exercises until your voice starts to become more used to that. Or if you're having a hard time singing without straining, work with some exercises to help you prevent that strain, and you'll just be so amazed at how your vocal control in all situations improves. Guys, if you found this video helpful, make sure to hit like, comment with the next kind of tutorial video that you want to see me do, subscribe, turn on notifications, and maybe check out my complete singing course, Master Your Voice, and click the link to get on the waitlist. See ya.